Hello there, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's staying well and healthy at home in these crazy times. So let's get right to the all new upcoming August and September releases from Bandai. Now, with the new season 2 of Gundam Build Divers Re-Rise already streaming in episode 3 today, this new kit, Gundam Animalize, I was quite confused by the name as well when I first saw it. Seems like they're moving away from the planetary naming convention team. So when I first saw the leg on the right, there was an emblem. Is it a saber-toothed tiger or is it a wolf? I'm not too sure, but it looks like they're moving towards an animal team. And on the left hand, that is, I believe, a lion emblem. And on the left leg as well, this one is a bear. So I'm not sure what's on the right hand, I can't really see it, but it does seem like they're moving towards a new direction for Gundam Build Divers Re-Rise Season 2, so that'll be interesting to watch how this show will pan out. There's also quite a lot of new kits coming up for Season 2, which I was quite surprised. I thought all the announcement for Season 2 was already done, but it seems like there are more optional armor kits, weapon kits as well, even for the mobile suits from Season 1 as well. So this is the Hydra Build Divers 1144 scale on Rise armor, 935 yen, relatively cheap, and I have to say the new core Gundam in all red definitely looks really sexy, and together with this Rise armor at less than 1000 yen, I think it's definitely a must have. I can already imagine some of you will be picking this up to do customization for your next build. Also, still on the Gundam Build Divers Re-Rise Season 2 kits, there is a new Haro Pla Haro Fitter / worker. So it's supposed to be a Haro that's enabled to move about, do some heavy lifting, but it also has a backpack that you can put up all your separate tools, your mechanic tools that you use to repair Gunpla. So quite cool. I'm not a big fan of Haropla in this scale and size, but I don't recall seeing Haropla in high grade build that was Re-Rise so far. So maybe I'm not really paying attention when I'm watching the show. And finally, rounding up the Gundam Build Divers Re-Rise new releases is this guy. This is the Tertium Arms at 825 yen. Relatively affordable, and you get a new weapon, you get a new shield, and also a thruster pack for your Gundam Tertium. I would say that this is definitely a must buy. I think it would definitely make the Gundam Tertium look a lot more badass. Now with the Build Divers Re-Rise Season 2 now in episode 3, Bandai has already teased what would be the final form coming soon for the 4 main characters. So we do have a silhouette to show. It will be interesting to see what the final form of those 4 main characters will look like. So stay tuned. As soon as we get information, we will share it with you guys here on our channel. And finally, quite interesting as well, I think everybody's been waiting for this lady to appear in the Figuarts standard format, and here she is. This is Fumina Hoshino in the Figuarts standard series. Interestingly as well, this figure will actually come together with this teddy bear. I can't remember the name right now offhand, but you also get 2 additional faceplates, and the parka that she's wearing, the yellow parka, can actually also be removed. So pretty cool, and I think that a lot of you guys will probably be buying this and maybe incorporating this into your GBWC build for 2020 or 2021. Let's see how that actually pans out. And when I saw that Bandai is releasing a 144 scale bound dog to commemorate the 35th anniversary of Gundam Zeta, I was quite surprised. I thought this is going to be a premium Bandai kit, but fortunately Bandai has decided to make this a regular issue release. And to be very frank, at 5,500 yen, this is one pricey kit. It actually comes with a stand, and it has a lot better part separation than most hybrid kits that we've seen before, and there is quite a lot of new gimmick that will allow it to transform into the flight mode as you've seen earlier. So I'm not sure how many of you will actually be getting this, to be very frank, and I was still in shock that Bandai has decided not to release this as a premium Bandai but as a regular release. So good job Bandai. Maybe you guys have heard our grunts and complaints over the years. Finally, we have Real Grade EVA Type 2 coming out at 4,950 yen, still relatively cheaper than the bound dog at 5,500 yen that you saw earlier. And to be very frank, I am actually still waiting for my Type one EVA to land on my hands. Due to the lockdown in my country, Malaysia, we still haven't had a chance to actually go to the store and actually buy the Type 1 EVA. So I'm just still quite disappointed. But coming back to Type 2, I'm not sure whether there's going to be two different releases as we've seen from the Type 1. So is this going to be just one version? So far it seems that way. And at 4,950 yen, I think it is expected for a real grade that you'll get awesome articulation, awesome part separation, and also awesome colors and finishing. So this is definitely a must buy for any EVA fan out there. And for those of you who have already completed your Gundam Makosias and waiting for the next release from this line, well, here it is. This is the Gundam Hajiroboshi at 1,650 yen. This retains the same design language as we've seen from the Gundam Makosias, and I think it definitely looks great. For me, I still haven't had a chance to actually get the Gundam Makosias at all. For those of you who have built the Gundam Makosias, do tell me what is the experience with that kit, and will you be buying this guy as well? I think aesthetic wise, the kit and the mobile suit looks great, but in terms of articulation, I'm not really sure. So I'm kind of skipping this line, waiting for a real grade or master grade line. Now, I really did not see this coming, but Bandai has decided to release a SDCS booster pack at 660 yen. So what it actually does, it allows you to transform the Zeta Gundam into a Wave Rider, which is pretty cool, and it also allows you to replicate the Zaku 1 armor. So all those mono eyes are also included, and there's also a new swing mechanism to the hip, so it enables your SDCS kit to move freely a lot better as well. So interesting design, and I really wasn't expecting Bandai to put any more effort into the SDCS line. I thought they're just gonna keep on continuing to release new mobile designs for the SDCS line and they're done with it, but you know, here we are. And for those of you who are asking me, hey, where are all the master grades? Well, I think that is the bad news for this video. There is no master grade kits coming out in August or September for regular release, but there is one coming out under Bandai, and that is the Gundam Astray Red Frame together with the flight unit at 7,150 yen. You can actually buy the red frame and the flight units separately, but for those of you who are smart enough and have done the right calculation, you will notice that if you buy those two separately, it is actually a lot more expensive than buying this whole set together at 7,000 plus yen. And this being a premium Bandai, this is definitely the most expensive entry in all the August and September kits coming out in 2020. So that is the bad news, right? So I know some of you already have the red frame and say, hey, can I just buy the flight unit? I say, yes, you can, but frankly speaking, is it really worth it though? Because it is definitely a lot cheaper to buy both together. But you know, if you're a big fan of the Gundam Astray Red Frame, I think this is definitely a must buy. I think this will actually give you the full set of the weapons and also the mobile suit redesign that you guys have been wanting for a long time. Now, before we end the video, it's important to note that there's actually also a lot of new kits, plamo kits coming up from Bandai that is not Gundam related, and this is the Figure Standard Amplified Black War Greymon. So I was actually quite surprised that Bandai didn't issue this as a premium Bandai issue. So I was actually expecting them to milk this, but you know, thankfully they did not. So 4,730 yen, yes, it is expensive, but I'm sure that most of you will probably get this if you're big fans of the Digimon universe. So what's new with this compared to the previous War Greymon? Well, you do get these special effect parts on the claw, and the color treatment that Bandai has chosen to go with this Black War Greymon is quite interesting. It's not really black per se, it's more of a dark ash, astray, and light yellow instead of gold. So those are very interesting color combination that Bandai has chosen to go with. Well, yeah, there it is. Interesting as well. 144 skill Getter Dragon. I'm actually quite pleased with this design, to be very frank. For those of you who have built these retro robots from this high grade series from Bandai, myself included, your Grandazers, your Mazingers, your Great Mazingers as well, you will know that the build experience is quite simple, but the aesthetic and the looks of all these mobile suits definitely looks really, really awesome. I won't be getting this, but I think Big Pete is a big fan of the Getter series, so he might be getting this. The optional, sorry, not optional, but the two big axes that actually comes with this Scatter Dragon definitely makes it look a lot meaner, right? And finally, rounding up the new releases for 2020 August and September is the Must Rider Kuga Amazing Mighty and Rising Mighty part set as well. Again, I was not expecting Bandai to issue this as a normal release. Maybe the final form of Kuga will be a premium Bandai release, but so far, to be very frank, if you look at the Rising Mighty, it looks amazing. The black and gold color. It's been a while since I see any plamo kits that actually has that deep dark black as we've seen here for Amazing Mighty and Rising Mighty as well. So I think I maybe got the terminology wrong. I think it's Rising Mighty. So definitely something worth getting if you guys are into Kamen Rider and you love something that is possible but not too expensive like the SHF line from Bandai. The colors, to be very frank, again, is amazing. For those of you who have bought the previous Kamen Rider Kuga, you will know that those gold parts, as you've seen from the Kuga itself, those are actual electroplated parts. So it's actually shiny gold. You don't actually have to paint over it. It's not pure gold. So those is actually quite interesting choice that's been given, and that is why the kit itself costs so much. So that's our video for today. Quite a lot of new kits coming up for August and September. Unfortunately, no new real grade Gunpla releases, no new master grade Gunpla releases as well, and we are still waiting for a perfect grade information. Hopefully that will come out sometime later in mid or late Q3. But for now, I have to say, definitely Bandai is riding the wave of Gundam Build Divers Re-Rise, because I think those kits are cheap, you can customize it, and I think a lot of people are buying it. I've seen season 2 so far. It's slow, I have to say. Episode 1 and episode 2 is really slow. But then again, let's see how episode 3 pans out today. Today is Thursday, so Bandai will be premiering episode 3 on YouTube. I'll share the link down below. Let me know if you guys will be buying any of the kits that's been featured here today. There is actually quite a lot of new kits coming up for August and September. And to me, I believe that a lot of you will probably be buying the Fumina Hoshino Figure Standard. That will probably be a very important waifu project for a lot of you. So until then, please stay safe, stay at home, clear your backlog, and do take care of your family members while you're at it, right? So thank you so much for watching and hearing me blab for 30 minutes. Thank you so much for watching, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Thank us and take care.